So today we are in the haunted trail. Haunted trail is not actually haunted. It is a thing we used to do. We used to have a riding stable, and for publicity, we decided to do a haunted trail in the last 2 weekends of October, and we basically scared out this woods. It's no longer a haunted trail. We don't do that anymore, but now it is a maple forest. So I brought you guys out here today. I wanted to show you a little bit about maple trees, how to identify a maple tree. There's different species of maples, and there's also different species of trees that you can tap. So to my left here, this is a hard maple, or in New Hampshire they call it a rock maple. I identify by the bark. A lot of people have to look up. When you look at the leaves, you can see little nodules going in a lot of different directions. It's very spindly. That's how some people look at it to try to figure out if it's a maple tree or not. I sometimes look at the crown canopy, just the way the branches are shaped. You can also look at just different textures. It's a little tighter bark pattern. Sometimes they can be real thick if it's an older tree. This tree here has got a little bit of black in it. When you have a tree that's like all black or has a little bit of black in there, that means it's a true sugar maple. The tree here to my right, this is a red oak. You can look at the bark's a little bit further apart. I'd say almost like an alligator scale to it. You just kind of look. I can tell very easily just by looking at what kind of tree it is. You can also look at the top, and the branches are going to be in a different formation. So next we're going to talk about tree tapping bits. There's a variety of different ones. You can have the ones in your shop, your tool shop type of wood bits, just if you got a few different trees, or the ones that we sell. There's a couple different types. They're more of an auger type bit. They help pull the wood out. You drill the hole faster and cleaner. So by doing that, the bit doesn't have time. So if you have an old rusty bit and you're drilling a hole and it's taking you 10 seconds to drill that, as you're drilling that hole, it heats the tree up and it actually cauterizes it, and that's going to affect your production. So we actually change our tapping bits out every thousand tap holes. So we always buy new tapping bits every year. Through the years, things have changed. In the past, they used 7/16 bits, which are really a big honking drill bit. They've gone down now to 5/16, and some cases are using 1/4-inch tapping bits. The 1/4-inch ones are nice if your trees have been tapped for the last 50 years and you're running out of space. But yeah, so we'll get started. So you're going to want to find a bit about like this. You run it right up the whole tree. No, you don't want anything like this. This one, it's a little excessive. This is what we're after right here. This is our 5/16 tree tapping bit. Like I talked about, it's kind of got a nice, it pulls the wood back, cleans the hole out quick and easy. It's nice and sharp. It's going to make a nice clean hole. When you're tapping your tree, you don't want to be in this vein here, the rot. You don't want to be really underneath like a rotten branch or any dead nodules. You kind of would like to find, it's always nice to find a good vein on the bottom of the tree. Work your way up, be on the south, east, or west side. And then when you tap your tree, you make sure you stay away from your old tap hole. You want to be over and down, over and up, nowhere in this portion of the tree, because if you're in that portion of the tree, this is all dead space. When you tap your tree, you want to hold it level. Don't angle it down, don't angle it up, don't go to the side, don't try to round it out. You want it to be level, square with the tree, so that when you tap it in, it gets a nice seed on that tap hole. Otherwise, you're going to lose vacuum around that spile, around that spout, and you'll either have to reset them later, or if you can't get it to seal up, you have to drill a new hole somewhere else in the tree, and it's causing more holes getting drilled in the tree every year. So for tree size, there's a couple different rules of thumb there. So anything bigger than this, thumb to pinky, typically you can tap that tree. We like to try to stay under 2 taps. What I like to do, you're going to become a kind of a tree hugger by doing this, but you reach around the tree, and then if you can grab your wrist or bigger, that's a 2-tap tree. If you can't grab your wrist, like this tree here, obviously I can reach right around and hug it. It's only a 1 tap. So we try to, even some of the bigger ones, we try to stay one tap. The reason we do that, the best example I can say is tapping a tree is kind of like drilling holes into a balloon. You drill a hole on one side, it's got lots of pressure shooting out. You drill another hole on the other side, it's got more coming out, but the pressure is gone down because it's got 2 exit points. By adding more holes to that tree, you're not really gaining a lot in volume, you're just adding more holes and you're putting more damage to the tree over time. You're gonna run out of tapping space. We were talking earlier about different tapping bits, different sizes. I want to tell you a little bit about the ones I carry, the ones we have in our store. We have the H2O 5/16 and the 1964 tapping bits. We also carry the Bodock bits. The Bodock bits are what we use in our woods. They are a little sharper, they hold their edge longer, and it's just a really nice high quality bit. Less chances of them to maybe break inside the tree after you use them periodically. One thing I didn't mention earlier is on our tapping bits, the H2O ones especially, there's 2 different marks. There's the one at 1.5 and one at 2 inch. We typically tap our trees at 1.5 inch. We find that seems to get the best production out of our trees. It's not over drilling into the tree, and you're really not gaining anything extra by going more than 2 inches. But some guys like to go 1.5 inch. If their tap holes dry up later in season, they might go back and pre-drill and go to 2 inch. But we typically stay at 1.5 inch, and we use the 5/16 Bodock bits. So we get a lot of people that come into the store. They all have different questions about, like, what is a maple tree? How do I identify a maple tree? What do I do with the sap once I get it? What do I need for supplies? And how do we process that sap? So we're here to help educate people, to teach them how to make maple syrup, to get them everything that they need. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to send us an email, put a comment down below, or stop on in and we'll get you taken care of.